Hi, it's Kevin May in the PhocusWire studio, joined by David Stange. You're the CEO at Beachy. I think there's a clue in the title of the company name as to what you do. But I mean, first of all, how did you kind of come up with the idea for the company? And you know, there's a classic thing in startups saying you needed to find a problem that needed to be solved.
So I started working on the beach on my 14th birthday.
Okay.
But my perspective of the beach changed a few years ago when I went to the beach for the first time as a dad.
Okay, right.
Having to wake up early, going down just to throw my towel on a chair, or like standing in line, waiting on some 16-year-old kid to tell me where I could or couldn't sit, holding my 3-month-old. By the time I actually got chairs, she had to go back up to eat or, change a diaper, whatever. And it was just a really bad guest experience.
Okay.
And I had this idea of why couldn't I book my beach chairs the same way I booked my airline seat at the same time I made my hotel reservation 6 months ago. Okay. And I scoured the internet, looking at all kinds of different hotel sites, looking everywhere I could, talking to a lot of people in the industry. I grew up, my dad is a hotelier, so I grew up in the space, and everyone came back and said, that product doesn't exist. If it existed, we would buy it.
Okay.
We went to town, just started writing software, and came up with an MVP, got some early traction, and off to the races we went.
And there's nothing else around that does reserving a beach?
Not in the way we do it. I mean, there's there are probably folks out there. I mean, you could go and maybe pick a generic, like, yes, I want to book a beach chair. The way that, my thought was, I don't want to have to talk to anyone while I'm on vacation. So I want to know the same way I know when I get on an airplane that I'm going to seat, 32A.
Okay.
You're probably like a 2A guy, first class over here.
If only I was, I'm afraid. So.
But instead of having, I want to know exactly where I'm sitting, so I can just go down and I go straight to my chair. We make that really easy for people to navigate. Same thing on pool decks too.
Okay.
The more that we solved the problem on the beach, we kept having hotels come back to us and say, hey, you guys are doing a really good job for us on the beach. We need you to solve that same problem on the pool because we have the same problem. 9 o'clock in the morning, there's just towels everywhere, and no one knows what chairs are actually available and what chairs aren't available.
Okay. There's you've created technology that allows us to do this, but right. At the hotel end, what have they had to do logistically at their end, just almost from a human resources perspective? Because yes, there's the solution, the tech that does it, but so they now have someone who has to go out first thing in the morning and put a reservation sign on there or something like that. So it's actually created perhaps some more work for them.
Yes, in some cases, yes. A lot of cases, they were already doing some similar things for VIP guests and other, and they had the staff. So being a kid who did all of this, I was super busy from like 7 in the morning until about 9 o'clock in the morning, setting everything up, getting everything ready, making everything was perfect. And then I really didn't have anything to do the rest of the day. I'd talk to guests, or I would go and, go swim or take a kayak out or whatever.
Sounded
it was.
Like a great job.
It was the best times of my life, maybe. We don't try to come in with any change management, or, we're not encouraging hotels to go out and you're going to need to hire 20 more people in order to have our solution. It just doesn't work that way. I mean, it's, they have the staff already. It's just a matter of, re-engaging them after they're done with setting everything up.
Okay, so how does it work from a business model perspective, and how do you make money from them and the cuts and all of this?
So we have a 2-part business model, SaaS plus transactional. So the hotels pay a monthly SaaS fee for, to license the software. And then we add a small transaction fee of every transaction that goes to the platform that gets kicked back to us.
Okay, so it's started with beaches and towels, and then you said pools. What other things do you sense could be on the kind of the reserve in advance list that perhaps we haven't considered before?
Well, so why we're at PhocusWright is we just announced our food and beverage product.
Okay.
We've established everyone's address. We know exactly where they're sitting at the beach and the pool, right? We know exactly how long they're going to be there. Did they reserve for the hour? Did they reserve for the day? Or did they reserve it for the week? Our software, we know all of that. So when a cocktail server now, we integrated with about 15 different point of sale systems over the last couple of years, so we can extend their point of sale all the way out to the water's edge.
Okay.
They come up to you. They already know your name. We already have your payment information. We know exactly what you're sitting. We're able to streamline that server to guest interaction, get you all your food and beverage needs faster, more efficiently than ever before, reducing ticket times on average by 50%.
Okay. It sounds like that's moving into a fairly high-end product, right?
Sure.
Does that limit your ability to grow? Because it's always going to be at that higher end of the market rather than arguably a solution that is more for the mass market, perhaps?
I mean, we don't, we sell these products independently of one another. We have some hotels that, their beach, the beach management product wasn't what they were looking for, but our food and beverage solution is, and vice versa. We service hotels that have 50 keys. We service a hotel that has 2,000 keys. It's really a vacation rental management resort. So we kind of play across all market segments. Yep. I mean, really, our niche is leisure hotels.
Yeah.
Right? Where are people going on vacation? And specifically, leisure hotels that are on the beach. Right? I mean, that was our niche. Now we're starting to grow out from that as we've continued to grow. We're on over 300 resort properties right now in the United States.
Okay.
We just launched Turks and Caicos. That is going exceptionally well. Like I cannot wait until we can put out all of the case studies from our first international expansion. So there's no shortage of beaches, no shortage of leisure resorts for us to go to.
It works with the hotel, but so many hotels are booked via online travel agencies.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a sense that at some point you're going to have to create a part of your solution that bolts into a booking.com or into Expedia?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we got to get big enough, right? I mean, like Expedia and Booking, they don't know who we are probably.
Well, they probably do today.
They might today. They probably don't care, right? I mean, these are $100 billion companies. I don't know what their market caps are, but I mean, I'm sure they're very significant.
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, we're just an ant on a log, and so we need to get bigger. And then right now, I mean, my pitch is to hoteliers. I said this on stage. I stayed at one of my dad's hotel properties recently, and I booked through an OTA. And my dad is going, "Why would you do that? Why would you book through an OTA? Just go direct or ask me for a room." Mm-hmm. And I tell hoteliers all the time, give me a reason to book direct, and I'll book direct.
Yep.
But right now, I have I'm Expedia Platinum. I'm Hotels.com. I've got 50 free hotel rooms at my disposal. Give me a reason to book direct. If you told me I could go to Marriott.com or I could go to Hilton.com or on the Hilton app, and I could exchange loyalty points to reserve my beach and pool chairs, I would do that in a second.
Okay. I hope your dad has forgiven you for not booking direct with his hotel. So, David Stange, thank you very much.
Thank you.